Hi everybody, welcome back. So I've got another monthly empties video for you today. So this is all the beauty products that I finished off in November. We are yet in another new month. We're in my favourite month of the year. We're on the 2nd of December whilst I'm filming this, and we have had snow on the first 2 days in December, so it feels very festive, very cosy, so I'm in a pretty good mood today. So I have 10 items to talk you through. I've got a good mixture of a bit of makeup, perfume, hair, skin, so good selection of products to discuss, so I'll share my thoughts on them and whether I would recommend or repurchase them. So let's start off with hair. I've got the Klorane dry shampoo. This is the detox dry shampoo with mint. I love Klorane dry shampoo, it is my favourite. I used to like Batiste and Living Proof, and then I had a couple of people recommend Klorane, and thank you so much for your recommendation, because Klorane dry shampoo is all I will use now. It's slightly more expensive than Batiste. I try to get it on offer when it's round about £7, so considerably less expensive than Living Proof, and I much prefer the results. I think this outperforms Living Proof, outperforms Batiste, doesn't leave my hair kind of like really sticky or leave like lots of white bits in my hair, so I really enjoy the results that I get from Klorane. So this is the detox one, so this is quite good for pollution exposed hair. I don't get a lot of pollution in my hair, I work from home, so I don't really go into like busy city centres, but if you do, this might be a good dry shampoo for you to try out. The mint put me off a little bit when I first bought this one though, but it's not that strong, it's not that overpowering, so it's got a nice slight smell of mint, but nothing too strong. Doesn't smell like you just sprayed a load of like toothpaste in your hair, so the scent is quite nice, and I just really love the results that I get from Klorane dry shampoo. I still prefer the volumizing one. That one is my favourite. I get the best results from that. I do get quite a nice bit of volume in my hair when I use that one. I'm not so keen on the non-aerosol one though. I do have one of those in my bathroom. I don't use it that often because it's not particularly user friendly. It's quite messy, it's time consuming, and I just prefer the results of an aerosol one. I know these aren't great for the environment, I completely understand that, but in terms of ease of use and just the results, I do prefer the aerosol ones. So if you're after a really good dry shampoo, go and check out Klorane. Next is a shampoo. This is by L'Oreal. This is one of the professional shampoos. So this is the Pro Longer Length Renewing for long hair. I used up the conditioner for this in my October empties, I do believe. This is nice, does the job, cleans my hair, refreshes my hair, doesn't weigh my hair down, but I can't say that I've noticed a big difference in the length of my hair. However, I've got my hair in a ponytail today, which I never do. I never put my hair in a ponytail because it can be quite damaging for your roots if it's quite tight. And there's just so much hair in it. So maybe this has had an effect, but I can't really see that it has. This didn't also make my hair feel or look exceptionally different, so I wouldn't say that my hair looked a lot shinier or that it felt a lot silkier and smoother. It just did a good job of washing my roots. So now, as this is the professional one, it is more expensive than the standard L'Oreal shampoo, so I don't think from the results that I got that it's worth the difference in price. So I'm not sure if I would repurchase this because it is that bit more expensive than the standard L'Oreal dry shampoos, but I liked it enough to not want to use it again, but I wouldn't rush out and go and buy this. I'm not thinking, oh my goodness, I've used this up, I need to go and get one straight away. It's alright. Makeup next, I've got one makeup item. This is by Hourglass. This is the volumizing glossy lip balm. I love this product, so much so that I've bought the duo in Crave and Haze, I think. This one is in the shade Sense, which is a very light, warm, nude pink colour. On its own, I didn't feel like the pigmentation came through that strongly. It depends on the natural colour of your lips anyway, but my lips are really cool toned, really pale, so I need quite a bit of pigment in my lip products. This was better when I paired it with a lip liner. The pigment came through a lot stronger, so that is how I prefer to wear this particular colour. This is like a cross between a lip gloss and a lipstick, so it's in a twisty applicator. Don't twist it all the way up though, because it won't retract. Only twist up the amount that you need, because you won't be able to bring it back down. And this was really hydrating. It had a nice amount of kind of glossiness to it, but it wasn't really sticky. Felt really comfortable, but because of that glossiness, it wasn't that long lasting. So this actually didn't take me long to use up. I finished it up in November, but I bought it in September. So it only took me 2 months to use up. Now yes, it was my go-to lip product. It was a product that I was reaching for most days, and then because of the glossiness to it, didn't last that long, so I did have to keep reapplying it, so that kind of makes sense. But you get 1.7 grams of product in here, so you don't get a lot of product to begin with anyway. So these are expensive. I got this on 20% off. I wouldn't pay full price for this, and I can understand why some people wouldn't want to repurchase it, because it is a lot of money for not a lot of product and it won't last that long. But I really enjoyed this. Like I say, it was my go-to lip product, so I definitely got my use out of it. And I even like scraped out all the product that was left in here, which wasn't much, to be honest. So if you don't want to scrape it out, you're not really wasting much product at all. But I'm torn on this one because it is expensive. You don't get a lot of product. It doesn't last that long, but I really like the results. It was really easy to use. You just twist it up, whack it on. It's not messy at all. Really flattering, lovely selection of shades. And I have bought 2 more, so it goes to show that I do quite like this product. This next product isn't skincare, but it's also not makeup. It's kind of like a crossover product. This is an eyelash enhancing serum. There's quite a few different ones out there. This is the first one that I've ever tried, and I went for the Rapid Lash one. I was using this for about 3 months, so I did get a good amount of sort of use out of this. You do have a very thin little wand, and then I just drew along the upper lash line and then underneath on the upper lash line and the lower lash line, and try to get as close to the root of your eyelashes as possible. I didn't notice any stinging, any burning with this. My eyes tolerated this fine. So it did take me about 3 months to use this product up, and I would say for the first month to 6 weeks I did notice a good effect from using this product. My eyelashes looked like there were more of them, they were longer, they looked a bit thicker, but the last half of using this product, so the last 6 to 8 weeks possibly of using this product, I didn't notice a difference. If anything, I noticed a little bit of a reduction in the length of my eyelashes. They didn't look as long as they did at the beginning. So I like this for the initial effects that it has, but it's not sustained. And you know, there's only so, your eyelashes are only going to grow so long, aren't they? If you keep using this product, your eyelashes, you know, aren't going to grow to out here. They're only going to grow to a certain length. So I'm not sure if I would buy one of these again in the future. I think for me, where I've got quite good lashes naturally, I've got a lot of them and they are quite long, I don't think I really need it, but I was just kind of curious to see what difference this would make on my lashes, and it did make a difference, but it's just unfortunate that it wasn't sustained. But also I have heard as well that it can affect this under eye area here. I'm not sure if that's scaremongering or not. I'm not sure how legitimate that is, but it has kind of put me off repurchasing any eyelash serums, especially as well because my results weren't sustained. I've got a few skincare products now. This one I'll just quickly whiz through because I talk about this product every other monthly empties video, because I use my Skin+Me doser every other evening. So I wash my face, remove all my makeup, dry my face, and then I put on one of these. You twist it up. It's got the numbers written down the side, so you've got 28 days worth of use out of this. Pop it onto dry skin, wait about half an hour, and then I will go in with an eye cream, maybe a serum, maybe an oil, and then my moisturiser. This one contained tretinoin at 0.012%, clindamycin at 1%, and azelaic acid at 4%. My current doser is the same for the azelaic acid and the tretinoin, but it's now got niacinamide at 4%. The clindamycin I had because when I took my photos, I had some breakouts, so they put me on clindamycin because they said, oh, you've got acne, have some clindamycin. I didn't have acne, I don't have acne, I just had a few breakouts, and that is really annoying because whenever I need to send them some photos to let them know how I'm getting on, it's always when I've got some breakouts going on. It's never when I've got a good skin day. So that is quite annoying. I did have to send them some photos recently and I did have some breakouts, and I said to them, look, I don't have breakouts all the time. My skin most of the time is actually pretty good, so I think it's just because I've been ill and my skin is kind of reacting to it. So thankfully they didn't put me back on clindamycin, but I really like using Skin+Me. I feel like I'm getting some good results from it. My skin seems to be a little bit clearer, not all the time obviously, seems to be a bit more even. It's doing quite a good job at kind of calming down my redness. Not so much at the moment though. I'm not sure if it's because we're kind of in autumn winter at the moment here in the UK, so I'm going from being quite cold to then having the heating on, and I think that kind of big range in temperature is making my cheeks go a little bit pink sometimes. But generally it seems to be controlling my skin pretty well, so I am going to still stick with it. I do quite like the results that I'm getting from it, and I like the fact that it's personalised. So if you want that personalised bespoke skincare sort of treatment, then I would recommend Skin+Me. They do quite often have deals as well. When you sign up, you can get certain months for a certain reduced price, so they are worth kind of keeping an eye out and seeing when they do their offers. Next is an SPF that I have used a few bottles of in the past. This is by Garnier Soleil. This is the Anti-Dark Spots and Anti-Pollution Super UV SPF 50. This is meant to be a dupe for the La Roche-Posay one. So this one has a squeezy nozzle, and I really like this for application. So I hold my hand out and then I squeeze the product along my middle and index finger, because I think 2 fingers length worth amount of SPF is the recommended amount for your face and your neck, and I feel like it is enough. I'm not putting on too much and I'm not putting on not enough, and my skin tolerates this really well. I can't put it around the eyes though, that is the only problem, but I can take it around the rest of my face and my face doesn't seem to react. There's no kind of white cast left as well, so my skin seems to really like this SPF. And because it's Garnier, it is quite an affordable option as well, so I would continue to repurchase this one. I would recommend this one as well. I do quite like my kind of K-Beauty SPFs. I think they are incredible, but this is the other type of SPF that I would use if I don't have a K-Beauty one on the go. And I like this one so much that I have another one that I'm currently using, so it goes to show that I like the product. Next is an eye cream. This is by Beauty of Joseon. This is the Revive Eye Serum with ginseng and retinol. It has a pump, so it has a controlled amount of product that you're pumping out each time. I would only use this in the evening though, because it contains retinol, and retinol you shouldn't really put on during the day. This was quite a lovely eye cream to use. I can't say I noticed much difference in my dark circles, but I think mine must just be genetic, hereditary. I don't think there's really much that I can do to tackle them apart from just trying to colour correct them with makeup. But this was a really hydrating eye cream. You got a decent amount of product where it didn't feel like too much, but also not enough. So you could spend some time sort of like massaging this in around the eye area. It was a really gentle product as well, so I didn't get any reactions. It wasn't stinging, it didn't feel really heavy. It felt quite lightweight, but also really quite moisturising and nourishing as well. So despite it not doing a lot for my dark circles, I would repurchase it because it was just a nice eye cream to use. The eye cream that I'm currently using is by Elemis. It's the Pro Collagen Advanced Eye Treatment, a hydrating eye serum. I like this one, but I think I prefer a cream formulation. I think that one for me is just a little bit easier to use. I can control the distribution of the product a little bit more, but that one is still a nice eye cream though. I do enjoy a lot of Elemis' products, but this one I would repurchase, but I wouldn't repurchase it with in mind thinking it's going to tackle my dark circles, because it didn't. So I said I like Elemis. I have an Elemis empty here. This is the Pro Collagen Energizing Marine Cleanser. I've used a lot of the Pro Collagen products. The marine cream, I have a couple up here. The cleansing balm, I've got 2 in my bathroom at the moment, the original and the rose one. But this is a fairly new cleanser. This is the Energizing Marine Cleanser, so this is like a gel cleanser. So you would either use it in the morning or you would use it as your second cleanse of an evening. And I applied it to damp skin. I used about a pea size worth amount, so it does lather up, so you don't need as much. And this was really gentle, it was really hydrating. I felt like it gave my skin a little bit of a glow as well, so I did quite enjoy the effects of this one. This one I would repurchase. I got it in a 75ml bottle, but I think you can get it in a bigger size. I did enjoy the results of this one. This is one that I would recommend if you want a really nice, gentle, hydrating gel cleanser. Yes, and it has a smell. So if you don't like scent, maybe don't go for this one, but the scent is really subtle. It smells a bit similar to the marine cream. If you've tried the marine cream and you like the smell of that, I love the smell of that. This has a lighter version of it, but yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I would repurchase this one. And then I've got a couple of mini perfume samples to talk about. The first one is by Dior. This is J'adore L'Eau. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I suck at French. I don't know how things are meant to be pronounced, so I'm so sorry if you're French and I completely butchered that. This one is lovely. I think this is a fairly new one. I remember trying the J'adore, is it the original, just original J'adore? I can't recall. And thinking it was alright, it was a nice enough perfume, but this one is much better. This one has notes of orange blossom, jasmine and rose. I really like a bit of citrus in my perfumes, nothing too overpowering, but a nice little undercurrent of it is really lovely. Jasmine is a gorgeous scent anyway, and rose is one of my favourite scents ever in body products, bath products, perfumes. I love a bit of rose. But this doesn't smell just like rose. The balance of all of these notes in this perfume is really, really beautiful. It's nice enough for everyday wear, but if you like to save your perfumes for special occasions, this one can hold up as an evening out, date night, whatever special occasion you've got going on perfume. So it's not too subtle for that kind of event, but it's not too overpowering and too sensual for an everyday perfume. So it's a really lovely balanced perfume. I did really enjoy this one. I thought this one was beautiful. And then the last one is a mini Replica perfume. This is in the scent Bubble Bath, so this is meant to be quite a light, clean, airy, everyday sort of perfume. This one had top notes of soap bubbles, pink pepper and bergamot, middle notes of lavender, rose and jasmine. So again, rose and jasmine, really do like that. And then base notes of patchouli, coconut milk, and then my favourite, white musk. I love a white musk in perfumes. Rose, white musk, vanilla and amber are like my favourite notes in perfumes. This one smells lovely. This is great for everyday wear because it's nice and light and fresh, but because you've got that kind of musk going on in there and a bit of jasmine, it does feel quite kind of grounded. My problem with these perfumes, and I do have the set, I've got the set here of all 10 or some of the 10 perfumes. They all smell really nice, but my issue is that they don't last. Now they are quite expensive perfumes, and for the price of a full-size bottle of one of them, I would expect them to last on me. They smell great when I first apply them, but I don't notice them throughout the day, and I haven't had any compliments on these as well, which is a sign that somebody can smell them on me. They might smell them on me, but they might think, oh, you smell awful, so I'm just not going to mention it. But I do like a perfume where I can kind of keep getting whiffs of it throughout the day, and I didn't with this one. So I do, you know, still have quite a few left in here. I think I've probably got about 7 or 8 in here, so I am kind of excited to try lots of these ones as well, and I hope I find one that lasts and that has that longevity that I do like in a perfume. So those are my November empties. So if you have tried any of the products that I've gone through, please do let me know your thoughts on them as well. And also, how many products have you used up this month as well? Please do let me know. Sometimes when I do these videos, people comment and they've used up like 30 items in a month, and I'm just like, how would you do it? Tell me your secrets. So yeah, please do let me know. Hope you liked it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon for my Project Pan update. Bye.